Okay, whenever we're solving an equation, there's a couple things we want to do. So the first thing we want to do is if we see parentheses like this, we want to use the distributive property to eliminate them. Second thing we always want to do is combine like terms. And then after that, we check and see where the variable is. If there's variables on both sides, we would need to move variable to one side. After that, we can just solve the equation using our normal steps. So for 1a, I'm going to distribute to make the parentheses go away. So I'm going to do 3 times the w and 3 times the negative 6. So I get 4 plus 11 equals 3w. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18. Now I look for like terms on each side of the equation. So over here, no like terms. Over here, 4 plus 11, that's just 15, equals 3w minus 18. Now my goal, whenever I'm solving any equation, is to get the variable by itself, to isolate it. So I'm going to do that by getting rid of everything that's over here with it. So instead of having minus 18, I'm going to add 18 to both sides. Negative 18 plus 18 is 0. So over here I'm left with 3w, so I'm closer to isolating the variable, and that equals 33. Now I have 33 equals 3w. The 3 and the w are being multiplied, so I'm going to divide each side by 3. And I'm left with w equals 11. And there's my solution. For 1b, I'm still going to follow these steps. Number 1, use the distributive property. Well, there's nothing to distribute, there's no parentheses, so I'm good to go ahead and combine like terms. So I just have a 12 over here. And then I have 11k minus 8k. Oh, these are like terms. 11k minus 8k would be 3k. Now I can go ahead and solve this equation by dividing by 3 on both sides. I'm left with 1k, or just k, equals 4. And there's my solution. I know these fractions look scary, but just think fractions mean division. The opposite of dividing by something is by multiplying by it. So instead of dividing by 6 to isolate my variable, I'm going to multiply by 6 on both sides. So I get 60 over 1 here. And then here I get, well, I multiply all this by 6, and then I divide by 6, and I'm left with c minus 1. So my new equation is 60 equals c minus 1. Now to isolate the variable, I just have to add 1 to both sides. C equals 61. And I knew that since I was dividing by 6, multiplying by 6 would just leave me with this. But if you don't believe me, we can go ahead and actually do it. So 6 times c is 6c. 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, but now I can go ahead and simplify. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, or 1c. Negative 6 divided by 6 is negative 1. So by performing the inverse operation, I got rid of this divided by 6 on the bottom.